Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the special edition celebrating 47 years passing since the 6th of October war victory that took place in 1973, where we reclaimed the land of Sinai in a glorious war that brought back the dignity and glory to all the Egyptian citizens and the Arab world as a whole. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be focusing tonight on this glorious day. We're going to be celebrating the anniversary of the October War victory. We're going to be shedding light on some of the main factors affecting the history of Egypt and the Arab world in general. We're also going to be focusing on the role of the media in 1973, 1967 as well, up until now. What did the media do? What does it do now? And what can it do in the future? But ladies and gentlemen, before we start our special edition tonight, let's check out some of the stories making the headlines today. Now, in a speech marking the 47th anniversary of the October War victory, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi saluted the martyrs whose blood were shed for Egypt, striking the best models of sacrifices for the nation. President el-Sisi also saluted the armed forces and police personnel, whom he said are alert over every spot in Egypt. The head of state noted that the threats confronting Egypt would not end even if their nature changes, adding that what had been achieved in Egypt in recent years with regards to stability and security is being valued by all the world. The president affirmed that maintaining security in a big nation like Egypt is a witness of the unique nature of the people and the ability of the army and state to move forward with a comprehensive development path. El-Sisi asserted that the comprehensive development is the way to a future deserved by the Egyptian people. He stressed that the future of nations is not determined by mere words, adding that the people's destiny cannot be left for uncalculated delusions or policies. The president promised to continue protecting the dignity of citizens and to continue the path of development. And within the framework of the 47th anniversary of the October War victory, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi extended his appreciation and gratitude to the martyrs of the armed forces who sacrificed their souls for the sake of a free and dignified nation under a national sovereignty which does not accept humiliation. On his official social media account, President el-Sisi tweeted that on this historic and great occasion, he reiterated that the armed forces, with its strong men, would continue their mission to safeguard the land and preserve its people's dignity within the framework of a national charter that bind the two sides. Also marking the occasion earlier, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi received a number of congratulatory cables on the occasion of the October War victory. Saudi King Salman bin Abdulaziz sent a message to the head of state in which he expressed his best wishes to the president and the Egyptian people and hoped prosperity and progress for Egypt. In another congratulatory message, Kuwait's Emir Nawaf al-Ahmad al-Sabah stressed that the October War victory had embodied the strength of the friendly and historic relations between the two countries. Also, President el-Sisi received a congratulatory cable from Oman's Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, in which he expressed greetings on the occasion. Also, First Lady Intisar el-Sisi tweeted that the 6th of October war would always remain one of the greatest days in Egypt's modern history. The First Lady said the Glory Day is not only a military victory, but also an example of the coherence of people behind the armed forces to bring back dignity and the land, as well as realizing peace. She said, "May God have mercy with our heroes and sons and all those who shed their blood on the sacred land of Sinai to defend the nation." These were some of the main stories making the headlines today. But ladies and gentlemen, before we start shedding our focus and light on tonight's file, let's check out this report regarding President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi congratulating the Egyptians on the 47th anniversary of the October War victory. And we'll be right back.
President Sisi congratulates Egyptians on the 47th anniversary of the October War. Egyptians celebrated on Tuesday the 47th anniversary of October War victory glory. On the occasion marking this glorious day, President Abdel Fattah Sisi addressed the nation to congratulate them, asserting that the country would continue its path of development and stability. A day before, President Sisi laid a wreath at the memorial of the unknown soldier in Cairo's Nasser City district on the occasion marking the 47th anniversary of the 1973 October War against Israel. After the ceremony, he chaired a meeting of the Supreme Council of the Armed Forces as he congratulated the people and the armed forces. During the meeting, the head of the state discussed a number of files and topics related to the activities and tasks of the armed forces and their efforts in protecting the national security pillars on all strategic directions and combating terrorism in cooperation with various state institutions. Meanwhile, Saudi King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud sent a cable of President congratulating him to greet him and wished him a constant good health and happiness and his people's steady progress and prosperity. In another cable sent by the Crown Prince, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Defense Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, who also congratulated President Sisi and expressed his best wishes of future progress and prosperity for the government and the people of Egypt. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli also sent a greeting of cables to President Sisi, voicing his best wishes on the behalf of the members of the government on this historic occasion. He also expressed hope that Egypt could achieve more progress, prosperity and welfare. The Prime Minister pledged that the government would continue to work hard with all dedication to achieve the goals of comprehensive development nationwide. The Premier asserted that such glorious occasion will remain a source of pride for all Egyptians, thanks to the sacrifices of the armed forces and its personnel who defended their homeland with all dignity and pride to achieve the great victory during the October War. Marking the occasion, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Lieutenant General Mohammed Ahmed Zaki, sent a cable of greetings to the President. The Minister expressed his best wishes to the President on the behalf of the Armed Forces and noted that the October victory is deemed as one of the greatest victories of the Arab nation in modern history.